Before opening day at Yankee Stadium, the Cardinals were chosen by many NFL experts as the team that could go all the way in the East. But injuries to key personnel, such as halfback John David Crow, offensive tackle Ken Panfil, and newly acquired Canadian ace Sam Etcheverry, dimmed the bright Redbird picture before the curtain was lifted. Trainer Jack Rockwell has Etcheverry ready to go, and the Redbird rifle will be on the firing line against the Giants, despite a sore shoulder that may affect that long aerial bomb. The spirited but crippled Cardinals hold off the Giants in the first quarter, and Etcheverry has the Big Red rolling in the second period. It's the halfback pass play with Scott completing the toss to Hugh McGinnis for 22 yards. Cardinal quarterback Etcheverry fakes a handoff and finds Hugh McGinnis in the clear. The big end is a workhorse on offense as he brings the ball to rest deep in Giant territory. With Scott running the halfback pass pattern like a healthy crow, the Cardinals surprise New York with what appears to be a touchdown play, but the referee detects offensive interference. And instead of a score, it's a 15-yard penalty against St. Louis. The Cards are stacked momentarily, but so is Charlie Connolly as the Redbirds swarm all over the ancient Giant. With his back to the wall, Connolly hands off to rookie Bob Gators. Don Owens, number 7, he doesn't let this Gator get away, but the ball does. Alert Willie West pounces on the fumbled pigskin in the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown. Trailing 7-0 midway through the second quarter, Connolly goes to the air for the Giants. Del Schaffner makes the grab before Jimmy Hill can escort him to the turf. But the Cardinals tighten up their defense, and Pat Summerall is called on to kick a 44-yard field goal. It's a beauty, and the 58,000 Giant fans feel hopeful with their heroes only 4 points down at intermission. The Cards and Giants exchange touchdowns, and it's 14-10 St. Louis as Cardinal defensive halfback Jerry Norton picks off a Connolly pass. Scott is trying to fill the shoes of the injured John Crow, and the Redbird halfback is making his presence felt against those Ali Sherman tanks. It looks as if Sam Etcheverry's in real trouble, but the Card quarterback has an ace up his sleeve on this play. The screen pass to Frank Mesnick means curtains for the Giants, as a fighting team of wounded Cardinals hangs on to beat the eventual Eastern champions 21-10 in a great opening day battle. With an opening day win tucked neatly under their wings, the Cardinals travel to Cleveland to try to spring their second surprise of the season against the always tough Cleveland Browns at Municipal Stadium. Milt Plum has Cleveland moving in the first period, but a pass to Jim Brown is jolted loose by Jimmy Hill. And Dale Minot is the Cardinal who picks off the pigskin and takes off down the sideline for a 40-yard thrust to the Cleveland 22. Former Brown Scott flies high for the Cardinals as he slices off left guard and charges to the Cleveland 6, where it's goal to go St. Louis. Sam Etcheverry fakes to Gott, then hits Sonny Randall, and the Cards have an early 7-0 advantage. In the second period, with the Big Red forward wall doing the job up front, Sam Etcheverry pitches a quickie to Bobby Joe Conrad. Bobby Joe is on the go for 15 yards to the Cleveland 10. Etcheverry, displaying the field leadership that made him the talk of Canada, wings a touchdown pass to Sonny Randall, and the Cardinals are in command 14-0. The Power Pack Browns are down, but by no means out. Milt Plum passes to Jim Brown on the Cardinal 21 with the game still in the second period. Jimmy Brown is met at the line by linebacker Bill Coleman, but Plum has passing ideas on this play as he throws to Tom Watkins, who scampers in to score the first Brown touchdown. When Lou Groza adds 3 more points on a field goal, it's 14-10. Cardinals until the fourth period. Plum is anxious to put the Browns ahead, but always alert. Jerry Norton is a demon on pass defense, and it's Cardinals ball. The Cleveland defense stiffens, so Jerry Perry makes a field goal appearance. His kick is true, and the Redbirds lead 17-10 early in the final period. The tough Cardinal defense has been doing a bang-up job on powerful Jim Brown, but Cleveland finally springs him loose for the first time in the game. The NFL ground-gaining king chews up 30 yards before Dale Meinert and Jerry Norton can gang up on him on the Cardinal 46. It looks as if Cleveland has fuel on the fire as Milt Plum drops back for a long one. Leon Clark is there for a great catch, and Plum's 41-yard pass ties up the game 17-17. With time running out in the game, the Browns look for the tiebreaker. Tom Watkins gets away for 18 yards to the card 37, where he's met by Larry Wilson. With 40 seconds left, Lou the Toe Groza shows that a year's retirement hasn't had any effect on his foot. His 19-yard field goal is enough to give Cleveland a hard-earned 20-17 victory over the Fighting Cardinals. The Cripple Cardinal Roadshow continues as the Redbirds travel to Philadelphia, where the undefeated Eagles are ready for what they hope will be their 10th straight win over a 2-year span. Number 79, Jerry Perry, works on his long-distance kicking before the game, with anticipation it might take a long-range weapon to stop the champion Eagles. After an Eagle interception, our Falstaff camera covers Sonny Jurgensen throwing to the elusive Tommy McDonald in the first quarter. Jerry Norton finally wrestles McDonald to the ground on the Redbird 3. From there, Jurgensen flips a wobbly pass to Billy Barnes, who makes a diving catch in the end zone. The world champions take an early 7-0 lead on the game's first score. After a Cardinal fumble, Sonny Jurgensen again connects with the great Tommy McDonald. Willie West dives in with a good block to stop McDonald just short of the goal. A fake into the line combined with a pop pass to Dick Lucas, and the Eagles soar to a 14-0 lead over the Cardinals in the first quarter. The Eagle ground forces take charge in the second period as Clarence Peaks works the draw play for 17 yards. Willie West and Larry Wilson team up to keep this Eagle from getting away. When the Eagle drive is momentarily muffled, Bobby Walston boots through a 19-yard field goal. The Cardinals counter with a touchdown, but trail the champions 17-7. Cardinal quarterback Sam Etcheverry, who's still receiving treatment for his sore right wing from trainer Jack Rockwell, unleashes his longest pass of the season. Sonny Randall is on the receiving end for the score, and it's 17-14 Eagles. Bobby Walston drives home another field goal before the half ends, and it's 20-14 going into the third period. Walston shows off some more fancy footwork as he scampers away with a Jurgensen pass for 68 yards, only to be stopped from behind by a great tackle by Larry Wilson. Jurgensen fakes to Peaks, then throws a swing pass to Billy Barnes, who cuts the corner for a touchdown. And it looks like Philadelphia has a comfortable lead, 27-14. Still in the third quarter, Sam Etcheverry looks to strike the quick way. Sonny Randall makes a sensational grab of the fast-sinking pass on the Eagle 4. With Frank Mesnick re-injured earlier, rookie Taz Anderson drives over for the score. The conversion is missed, and it's 27-20 at the end of three quarters. The spirited Redbirds look to tie things up in the final quarter. Prentice Goff makes the most out of his starting role with regular John Crow still out. He blasts into the clear after Ken Gray and Jerry Perry open the door on a trap play. The Eagle fans are stunned as the wounded band of Redbirds bounces back 27-27. But the real shocker is yet to come. With 35 seconds to go in the game, Sam Etcheverry spots his receiver Sonny Randall in the clear. It's Cardinals ball on the Eagle 21 with time ticking away. With no time to huddle, the Cards are in field goal formation with Jerry Perry kicking. His attempt is good, and the Cardinals, in a tremendous team effort, bounce back to hand the Eagles a stunning 30-27 defeat. The Cardinals drop their next two games in a row as the Giants and Eagles strike back against the upset-minded but battered Big Red. As we move into the Washington Redskin wigwam, there's a healthy note. John David Crow, number 44, returns from trainer Jack Rockwell's launching pad to give the Cardinals a big boost in the backfield. The Cards are in white uniforms as Ralph Guglielmi makes his first start at quarterback. He's off and winging with a beautiful touchdown peg to Taz Anderson that gives St. Louis a 7-0 lead at halftime. In the third period, Norm Snead finds out what it's like to be ambushed by the best crashing defense in the East as Ed Hankey drops the rookie for a loss. Snead sends up a signal for an aerial attack, but linebacker Dale Minard intercepts for the Redbirds and returns the big skin to the Redskins side of the reservation. Guglielmi puts in a good fake, ducks out of trouble, then completes a toss to end Taz Anderson for 11 yards. The Redbird quarterback again drops back to pass, and this time it's Bobby Joe Conrad pulling it in. Ben Scotty makes the stop at the skin 18. On fourth down, the Redbirds are forced to cash in their chips, so Jerry Perry does the job with a 24-yard field goal as the Cards take a 10-0 lead into the final period. Guglielmi maintains his passing poise as he hits Sonny Randall for a first down. Getting good protection from Don Gillis, Ernie McMillan, and Prentice Scott, Guglielmi completes a 34-yard pass play to Bobby Joe Conrad, who stunts his way to the Washington 10-yard stripe. St. Louis holds some tricky cards, and Guglielmi knows when to pass. He throws to Prentice Scott for the score, and the conversion makes it 17-0. George Izzo tries to put the Skins on the scoreboard with time running out. Jim Cunningham pulls in the pigskin and goes for 17 yards before he's dropped by Billy Stacy and Ed Hankey. The best pass defense is a hard-charging line, as George Izzo finds out when Jimmy Hill makes a big red interception. Hill highlights the day with a running toss of his own that sails into the stands for some lucky fan. The Cardinals scalp the Redskins 24-0 to move back on the winning track in the East. After the Cardinals lose a 21-10 decision at home against the Cleveland Browns, the Redbirds try to even their NFL record at 4-4 as they battle the Cowboys at Dallas, Texas. Larry Wilson on your left, number 8, and Jimmy Hill, number 41, have been two defensive halfback standouts right along and hope to drop a lot of Cowboys in the dust. Prentice Scott is set loose in Cowboy country in the first period as he picks up 34 yards before Dickie Magle can tie him up. The Cards, with John Crow out with a sprained ankle, rely on Goff to pick up the slack. His halfback pass to Taz Anderson is worth 19 yards. Ralph Guglielmi does the job this time. Taz Anderson pulls it in, and the Big Red is ready to break heads near the goal line. The welcome mat might not be out, but Frank Mesnick is in and over for the score. The Cards lead 7-0 after one quarter. Eddie LeBaron attempts to put the Cowboys aboard the gravy train, but his sideline pitch is pilfered by the alert Billy Stacy. And the Redbirds feast on the Cowboy error with a 31-yard touchdown return. It's 14-0 St. Louis. A big rush is put on LeBaron as Stacy continues to torment the Cowboys. He intercepts this aerial, dashes up the sideline past two Wranglers while Jerry Norton disposes of another, and it's another score. The Cowboys rustle up 3 points on a field goal, but it's 21-3 at intermission. Dallas moves in the third quarter on a 13-yard crossbuck by Don Perkins. Eddie LeBaron at his best under pressure, fakes into the line and goes for a big strike with Frank Clark making a beautiful catch to score. The Cowboys still trail 21-10. LeBaron doesn't waste any time coming back for more. J.W. Lockett puts the clamps on this one with Jerry Norton applying the stopper. In the fourth quarter, Steady Eddie is given plenty of time to throw, and he takes advantage of his chance. Frank Clark is in for the score, and the Cowboys narrow the gap to 21-17. This time, defensive end Ed Henke blasts through, forcing LeBaron to hurry his pass. Joe Robb makes a key interception, and the Cardinals have the ball on the Cowboy 10. The Cowboys are stunned as Guglielmi teams with Taz Anderson to complete this turn of events. It's now 28-17 Redbirds. Late in the game, Guglielmi crosses up Dallas with a sneaky maneuver up the middle for 9 yards to the Dallas 30. The Cowboys put the pressure on Guglielmi, but Mel Hammock, number 31, hangs one on rookie Bob Lilly, allowing Ralph to break loose for 7 yards. On 4th and 5, Jerry Perry throws the blanket over the Cowboys with a 22-yard field goal. The Cards deal Dallas a 31-17 defeat and go into a tie for 4th place. Now let's take time out for Falstaff's Old Pro.
When running downfield, Elwood, learn to be buoyant, light on your feet. Now, spread those wings. And when I rev, you run. Ready? Charge! This for lighthearted living, lad. Great herds of birds. He took off. Hey, Batman, when you get downtown, pick up some lighthearted Falstaff.
There's lighthearted living in lighthearted Falstaff. Brewed for fresh, lighthearted taste with the heart of finest barley. Heart of purest water, too. And the heart of the hops for a lighthearted brew. There's lighthearted living in lighthearted Falstaff. America's premium quality beer.
Go, go, go lighthearted with Falstaff. That's our beer.